I hope this is recording. Can't see the screen. Hello, my name is, well, no intro. Bad news video. News video, bad news video. All the just not good things happening right now. If we turn the camera over here, you will sort of see. Come on, focus, please. My camera won't focus. That's my steering wheel. Come on, camera, focus. What the heck? There we go. Yeah, that's my steering wheel. You can see it's in quite a lot of pieces. There's the actual wheel down there on the floor. There's all the various screws. It's not working at all. If we go over here, you'll see that's the plug for the steering wheel. It goes up over to near the TV. Then if we go under here, that is the actual where it plugs into the computer. That wire there, it goes up around behind the desk. So everything's plugged in, you can see. And I don't have enough hands. Oh. You see how easy that is? That shouldn't be so easy when everything's plugged in, because of the force feedback motors here. Those usually stop it from spinning freely like that when you're not in a game. Those motors have always been kind of funky. They never worked right. Particularly in ATS, I had a problem with it. But now they're not working at all. Once again, you see, no difficulty. I can just spin this freely all day. It gets a little upset when I get to the edge because of everything being unscrewed. But yeah, it floats around. It's actually not going as far as it should be. It should go a little further than that, but anyway. So, yeah, that's not working at all. I can't. The way these wheels work, for anyone who doesn't have one, when you turn on the computer, the wheel auto-calibrates if it's plugged in. If it doesn't calibrate, it doesn't connect to the computer. So, since the motors are what do the calibration, since they're not working, it won't calibrate, and therefore it won't connect to the computer. So I can't use it. If I go, try to get the screen here. Where's my mouse? There's my mouse. Alright, so if I go into my Logitech profiler, you'll see the wheel stuff should appear right here, and it doesn't. Because it's not connected. The computer's not detecting it because it never calibrated. So that's a bit of a hindrance. I use my wheel for pretty much everything that I play on the channel. I think the only thing I've ever put on the channel that I don't use the wheel for is Car Mechanic Simulator and that one GTA San Andreas video. Beyond that, every video on the channel I use my wheel. And that's 130 almost videos. So because of this, there are going to be some series that aren't going to be being made for a little while. I don't know how long it's going to take for me to get this working again. If I can, or maybe if my dad can find some way to rig it up so that it'll work for a while longer, we'll do that. But there are some games that I just can't play without the wheel. Like Rig and Roll is one of them. I always said it was made for keyboard, but I can't drive on the keyboard at all. You see the way my setup is. It's a bit of a faff to get the keyboard over where it's in front of me. And it's even worse trying to get the mic over to my mouth. So, no Rig and Roll, definitely. Probably not any Wreckfest. I've never played that game on anything but the wheel, so I'll try it on controller. But I don't think it'll work. So probably no Wreckfest. There'll still be ATS and ETS2. I've played both those games on the controller before. It's not as fun, but I've done it. I can continue doing it. Bronco and I'll be more evenly matched. Of course, my controller doesn't work right either, but anyway. I'd love to have the camera facing me while I'm doing this, but I can't, like, go into selfie mode, so I don't know if I'm in shot. I think I'm in frame. Let me do this so it's not getting the light so much. Hopefully you can see me right now. So no rig and roll, no Wreckfest, probably not any impossible hauls. I know that that series was starting to take off, but I don't think, because I need a lot of precision to be able to drive on some of those tight roads, and I don't think I can do that without my steering wheel. The Great Pilgrimage is going to have to be postponed. Obviously, I was trying to make that feel as real as possible, but it was still, of course, in ATS. You know, it was a game. And I can't continue recording that, I don't think. I might try doing one of those videos with the controller. We'll see. I might get back into Car Mechanic Simulator a little bit, because that game, like I said, I play on my controller. Maybe I'll play through GTA San Andreas. That game works well on my computer, and I use my controller for that, so maybe I'll do that. But a lot of the things that I do on the channel, aside from ATS and ETS2, are going to have to be temporarily stopped. Oh, and Mud Runner. I can play Mud Runner on the controller fine. I don't like to, but I can. So, and just in general, I'm not going to have the drive to make videos as I did before. So just expect less videos in general. Maybe I can get my brother to record some more stuff, because he always uses the controller. He never touched my wheel. So maybe look for some more shooting style games on the channel. I don't know. But as it stands, you know, a lot of stuff has to be moved around and adapted to my wheel no longer working. Oh, I did want to show you, I figured out why my buttons weren't working right. Let me see. If you look, try to get the thing won't focus again. Let's see. I think I'm getting a little too close for it to be able to focus properly. But you can see that small bead of yellow, if I can get the light just right. Let me see. Yeah, you can see the yellow right there. That's a wire. That is a singular wire that has been split. Just from use. I can't really get the... I can't shine the light on it and move the wire around at the same time. But yeah, that is a single wire that has been split just from the wheel being used, and that's why all the buttons would freak out. Because I'm assuming it was shorting. So, just whenever I spun the wheel a certain way, that wire would make contact with something, and it would send power to all the buttons or something like that. I don't know. Like I said before, I'm not an electrician. At least I think I said that before. I don't know. This is my second take of this, so I may have thought I said that before and I didn't. But in case I hadn't, I am not an electrician. I don't know much about the wiring side of things. You know, I took a computer maintenance class, but I'm not really very good with motherboards. It could be the entire frickin' motherboard that's shot. I don't even know. You know, it's possible these things aren't even getting power. But all the, as far as I can see, all the wires are plugged in properly. You know, that's why I opened it in the first place. I was hoping maybe there's just something that got unplugged somehow. But it looks like everything's plugged in properly. And I don't see any breaks anywhere, so... At this point, all I can do is just say, it's broken and I can't fix it. So, that's what I'm saying. And that's what this video is about. I'll do real quick. What is this? I don't care about that. Let me see what all games I have that I can play with the controller. I could probably do Convoy with the controller. That wasn't very good on the wheel. Let's see. Maybe get into Ashes of Equestria a little bit. Of course, once Beware gets updated a bit more, I'll probably be doing that one. Burnout. I could do some Burnout videos. I use the controller in that. The Crew, maybe. I don't know, my frame rate might not be high enough to play that one. Can you see this? You can't really see this. Pretend you can see it, okay? Driver San Francisco, I could do a couple videos in that. Farming Sim probably would actually be easier with a controller than with a wheel. But I was just stubborn. Of course, the various GTA games. I could play through the older GTA games. That'd probably be fun. Just do playthroughs of all the 3D GTA games, because the HD ones don't run very well on my computer. Of course, maybe some more House Flipper. I actually use keyboard for that. Left 4 Dead. I was planning on actually doing some Left 4 Dead once Bronco's available. Mafia 2, maybe. My summer car will probably be easier on controller, so maybe do that. Of course, Mud Runner, Street Legal Racing Redline. Might get into that a little bit. And yeah, the problem is a lot of the games I have, if you can't even see that list, I don't know if you'll have been able to. But a lot of these games, my frame rates just aren't high enough to really record them. Because without OBS, my frame rates are like below 10 frames a second. And that's not very good for videos. Once you add OBS, it'll probably be closer to 5. So I guess we'll see what happens, but for the time being, expect less videos. I still got a few rig and roll videos to put out, but after that, that'll be it for a little while. Ideally, I'd like to say I'll have a new wheel by the end of the summer, but that's probably not going to happen, because, you know, my mom got me this wheel, but another one I'd have to pay for myself. And combining that with trying to pay off my car and just paying for gas in general, you know, with a job that doesn't pay very well, I don't think that's going to happen. So, say by this time next year, hopefully at the latest, I might have a new wheel. If I'm still doing YouTube at that point, even. For now, that's what it is. So, in case you're wondering, that's where the actual steering wheel is. It's down there. It's on the floor. I don't know if I already showed that. Like I said, second take. So for now, that's it. No more steering wheel. Unless I can, by some miracle, get this thing to work, or have my dad look at it, maybe bypass these motors or something. I don't know. I'll have him look at it when he gets home, but it doesn't look good. So, you know, thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting me if you do support me. I'm sorry about this, obviously. You know, I wish I didn't have to make this video. I wish that my wheel still worked. I enjoyed using my wheel. But this is how it is. Real life has gotten in the way, finally. And there's not really much I can do about it. So, with all that said and out of the way, I'll catch you in the next one.